Hey, God bless you, my friend. This is Sister Sharon and Sister
Samia.
Sister Samia and I today want to discuss how to stay sexually pure, abstinent from impurity, any perversion, anything, friends, that's sexual has to be put away in our lives. If we are single, we want to live pure and holy unto our God. So today, Samia and I, we just want to share some thoughts. I've been walking with Jesus since I was 21 years old. I am 55 years old, my friends, and I have spent a great deal of my latter days a single woman. And I can tell you, friends, there are things that we could do practically that we do not stimulate the flesh. Samia, share with them. First of all, I'm 55. Samia is, how old are you, Samia?
I'm 31 years old.
Samia is 31.
Yeah.
Tell us, Samia, first of all, Samia is a professional. I would like to think that that helps you because you have something that keeps you balanced.
Yes.
You're not sitting at home, watching TV shows and things you shouldn't.
Yes.
But share some things, Samia, that you believe God has taught you
Yes.
to help you stay sexually pure.
Oh yeah. So, many of the viewers saw my testimony about how God brought me out of perversion and homosexuality and other things like that, right? And so after I came out of that, I had work to do, right? Because I had to figure out how to keep my mind stayed on Jesus and how to get control over my thoughts and then my actions as well. So one of the things is, first off, the dressing.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, we did talk about that. Come on, say it. Tell them, sister. Tell them, sister.
Before, even with wearing the jeans and the tucked in shirts and just different things like that, it brings about a certain kind of sensuality upon you. It makes you feel sexy. And when you're in that mode, it's easy to fall and give in into temptation.
Yes. So wait a minute.
Yes.
So what you're saying is you still were dressing sexual. Provocative.
Yes, I
you
was.
You were still wearing tight clothes, tight jeans.
Yep.
Were you wearing form-fitted shirts?
Form-fitted shirts, they show everything, right? Like you tuck the shirts in and it shows the curves, your waist and the hips. That's all sexual.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. So the time now you are sexually pure.
Yes.
You know that masturbation, all that is a no-no.
Oh yeah.
But let me ask you, before you got to the season that you walked pure, were you still wearing, for some, they don't realize, your undergarments can also contribute to stirring up your sexuality. Because a lot of the lingerie, the matching undies and all these different things, is sexual. So is that something that you put down too, Samia? Do you wear just basic? Y'all know what we talk about.
Yeah.
You can go into these stores and buy
all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
All kinds of, the lace and the G-string and all of that stuff is sexual. Yeah, if you have that underneath your clothes, you're gonna struggle with lust because you have all this sexual stuff underneath. I feel sexy today, right? You're thinking about how sexy you feel instead of keeping your mind on Jesus.
That's right. So did you put away that?
I had to.
So that's one of the first. Now, when I met Christ and became very adamant about walking pure and clean, the Holy Spirit taught me you have to put away lingerie. You can't have the sexy matching undies and the push-up bras. You got to put all of that. What you pushing it up for?
Right.
If you pushing it up, you usually setting it up. You setting it out because that's why you pushing it up.
Yes.
So people can look at your cleavage. So the Lord told me to put away all of it. So Samia, have you done that as well?
I have, yeah. So I used to wear the sexy, underwear and just the different things you wear you don't think twice about because you're like, oh, it's underneath my clothes. So a lot of people think, oh, it's not a big deal. But it is a big deal if you struggle with purity and these different things. You have to know what you're coming up against. So if you're somebody who already struggles in that area, you're gonna have even more difficult time if you have that stuff underneath your clothes. So yeah, I just wear basic.
So and likewise, you stick to a regular cotton brief.
Just regular.
Yes, nothing that gives you that contour where it's cut up half the thigh.
Right.
All of that is going to stir you up, sisters.
Yes.
And so clothing, number one. Number two, what else do you think helped you in your sanctification? Because masturbation it's something that's very serious. A lot of people are struggling with it. You first put away, comb your closet. You got to go through that closet. But what about certain people, Samia, that like if you have friends, male friends that you know they're always flirting some kind of way.
Right.
This can open a door for oopsie.
Yes.
And you end up with them.
Yep.
Because so talk about that.
Yeah, you can end up backsliding. You have to be careful. You have to cut off those communications. If you have to block people you used to talk to, everybody has some kind of skeletons in their closet. You have to be serious about the stuff. If you being serious about God, you can't keep having the same conversations, or you get the late night text. You didn't block that person yet. Those are all, that's gonna lead to temptation.
Yes, so you pretty much what you're saying, and what I know is true, friend, you got to cut those people off. You cannot communicate with someone who you know is attracted to you, and you know that y'all have been there before. That's another thing. If you, quote, have all these friends, and you don't realize that bad communication corrupts good manners. You're communicating. You know when they flirting. You can feel it. So that's number 2. You got to put away any relationship that could potentially stir you. Anything else? What else, Sister Samia?
I do. I got a number 3. You have to find a different way to focus your thoughts on good things and pure things. A lot of people, they have these intruding thoughts that come into their mind, and they're sexual in nature. Some of y'all, you'll see somebody and think, oh, they look good. And instead of it stopping there, you just let the imagination go all the way. You have to figure out how to redirect your thoughts.
Yes.
Right? When the lustful thought comes, you have to say, leave.
Cast it down.
Cast it down, and don't play around with it, because if you play around with it, it's going to trip you up, right? You have to shut it down and then redirect your thoughts on things that are good, things that are pure, things that God tells us.
Philippians chapter 4.
Come on.
That's it.
That's
Philippians,
right.
whatsoever things are good, true, and just, and have a good report.
Yes.
That's what we're supposed to be thinking on.
Yep.
Yes, I got a number 4. So number 4 is music. This is where a lot of believers underestimate the power of suggestion that's in the music. Listen, let's face it, friends, a lot of secular music sounds good. I mean, it makes you feel some kind of way. Anything that makes you feel sexual, it takes you back to old relationships. You remember when or who you was with when that song was playing. You got to get rid of it. You can't mess with sexual, provocative music. You got to put it away.
Yes.
You got a number 5?
Oh, do I have a number 5? Just to seek the Lord in all things, and to fall in love with Him, and to figure out, am I struggling with this lust because I'm somebody that wants to comfort, and I haven't figured out how to get that comfort yet.
That's good.
And I'm not trusting God to be the comforter and to comfort me and to hold me. God can hold you at night. God can fill that void. God can heal your heart. So a lot of times that temptation is coming from wanting comfort.
Yes. And so I got a number 5. Was that number 4 or number 5?
That was 5.
Well, I got number 6. Because people want to downplay a fact. The fear of the Lord, it causes us to turn from our iniquity. You have to know the penalty, the eternal penalty for sexual perversion, whoremongering, fornication, adultery. The eternal punishment is hell. And people say, well, I serve God because, He loved me and it's a love thing. I don't want to walk with God and be afraid of God. You need to be afraid of God.
Yes.
You need to respect that Jesus Christ, friends, He chose to die for our sin. And I'm not going to touch or keep touching anything that puts me in a place where I am harming, I am disregarding His sacrifice for my sin.
Right.
So the fear of the Lord, friends, that is, to me, the nutshell. I love God. I don't want to do anything to disrespect the Father, not willfully. And so when you keep on messing around with different people and things and touching it, and you're not willing to comb your closet, get rid of your sexual, you know what I'm saying? And you know what else too, friends? When you're not willing to do the work, you're gonna keep attracting flies.
Yep.
You will keep attracting, and people say, well, I don't know why there's all these men attracted to me. Sister, if you still setting it out, you're gonna draw those people. And some women get upset and say, well, why they treat me this? But look how you keep treating yourself, setting it out. And then it's hard to get sanctified because you have so many suitors. You have so many people really touching that ego, because we be ego tripping. And before you know it, you're entertaining all this attention. And before we know it again, there is spiritual detention because you locked down on your loins again. So the fear of the Lord, friends, I believe those are good things for all of us to consider. And once you get your stronghold, hold steady. Don't let nothing move you, because you don't want to go back into captivity.
That's right.
Get your stronghold. And so here's another thing, and we're going to talk about it on the next video. How to engage the opposite sex when you're dating. Because let's face it, in order to become married, if you desire to be married, you're going to be dating. You're going to be collecting data on this man or this woman. So that's our next video, friends. How to move and stay pure and to really hold on to your emotions when you meet somebody that you really like. Right? So that's coming up next. Daniel, we need you over here. Friends, till next time, I want you to visit the website. We're getting ready for our next crusade. It's going to be in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and we can't do this thing without you. Please consider giving a donation towards Random Acts of Kindness. Samia was with us in Atlanta crusade. Was it amazing?
It was amazing. We had a wonderful time, and we are ready to bring it to Minneapolis. We are so excited.
Yeah, that's her city. It is the heart of Minnesota. They have Mall America. Mall America is the biggest mall in the United States. In the country. I can't wait, friends. I'm going to be there with my Random Acts of Kindness. We're going to have our team, and we're going to just do that. And it's also known for what else? The
Prince used to live there.
Prince, everybody know the R&B artist Prince, who passed away 4 years ago, 3 years ago. So is it Paisley Park? But we're there to spread Jesus and hope, friends. We're not necessarily coming for those things, but we are going to be in this city that is known for this, and it's also known for the George Floyd incident. He was killed on those in the lower income area.
South Minneapolis. There's a memorial out there where he was unfortunately killed. So there's a lot of opportunity to spread hope. Because
I definitely want to visit that neighborhood. So friends, please consider giving a donation. Samia came up this weekend for our Greater Cleveland outreach, which was yesterday. We had an amazing time in Cleveland, spreading hope for hours. We went to a really it's one of my favorite hot spots. You could just disperse hundreds and hundreds of Random Acts of Kindness. The people are constantly coming and going in this particular grocery store. So enough said. Till next time, my friends, God bless. Visit the website motivatingyouTowin.com or Never Give Up
and Never Quit.
God bless, friends. Till next time.